I've been here for 12 years now, every second Sunday. Megan hasn't showed up here as one of the better dancers. And he only lives in town. Well, he used to live in San Francisco. So the symbol for Tai Chi, for Taoism, symbolizing Taoism is the yin yang. You've seen it on surfboards. You know what a yin yang is? It's a circle with kind of an S. Half of it is black, half of it is white. Starts with a small part, becomes large. The black part starts small, becomes large. They wrap around each other in continuous manner. You know, those Taoists and Taoism started in maybe 3,000 years ago when nothing better to do but be here in nature and study the sense of the universe. And those of you who study Zen Buddhism, which borrows a lot from Taoism, understands the pulse of the universe, continuous expansion and contraction of the universe. And so that's part of what Tai Chi is being quiet enough so you can hear and feel the universe around you. You become aware of externally how you're attached to everything, not just the ground, the air, the moons, the universe. And then once you get that, how the universe is internal to you. And so you become the universe and you carry that. It sounds pretty childish. In fact, the Chinese say the Tao Te Ching say the Taoist is like a child. People laugh at them because they're like a child. Historically in China, the Taoists were laughed at. They were beggars. They got rid of their physical things, had their platform. They were so happy that they knew what the truth was, that they didn't need any material things. So one of the symbols of Taoism is singularity and releasing yourself from all of those external things that bother you. Now I'm telling you this because it's the same with Tango. You very experienced Tango dancers like Mr. Foster Smith understand that at a certain point it's not about steps. It's not about learning all the classes that you take that I sponsor here every month, with those wonderful teachers in Buenos Aires. You're learning steps all the time. At a certain point, your mind gets clogged up. So, where did I learn Taoism? I was already in my 20s. I graduated from University of California, Berkeley, in architecture and music, and I decided I want to learn how to speak Chinese, which I didn't know how to do. I grew up in Berkeley. So I went home to Mom, can you teach me Chinese? She could speak every Cantonese, Mandarin, Chinese, Beijing style Mandarin, Fukienese. She says, yeah, what do you want to learn? You want to learn how to order in a Chinese restaurant or something? I said, no. I have this book. In fact, I have it right here. The Tao Te Ching. The English version is fabulous if we get a chance to do it. And so I said, well, let's start from the beginning. And we'll start going character by character. You're going to teach me all the characters and how to speak it and how to write it. A year later, I got through chapter 2. The first chapter, Dao Ke Dao, Hui Chan Dao, Min Ke Min, Hui Chan Min. The Dao that can be told is not the real Dao. The name that can be named is not the real name. Wu Min Tian Di, no name is the beginning of heaven and earth. Wu Min, one, two, so having a name is the beginning of 10,000 things. That's like going to the University of California. You're learning 10,000. That's like taking tango lessons. You learn something, you have to learn more. There's 10,000 steps you have to move. Pretty soon you're flooded with so many things, 10,000 things. So the idea of Taoism was to strip yourself of that 10,000 things and get back to the heaven and earth, getting back to no name. And the famous word, and I've taught this, I'm the competition coordinator at the National Tango Championships called Argentine USA, Atusa. And so I said, I don't teach, but I say the one thing I'm going to teach you is a concept of Taoism. It's called Wu Wei. What is that? They say, yeah, I want to be a champion. I want to win the championship. What do I have to do? Can you give me the secret? Yeah, 2 words. Wu Wei. What does that mean? Do nothing. Wu Wei. Let the energy flow. Be one with the energy. Do nothing. Don't force yourself. Don't force your partner. Be in love with the partner you're with. But, all right, so I brought some toys, and we only have 10 minutes left in this class, but we will extend it a little bit so you learn something. When I taught this class before, the first, most famous of all the Taoist exercises is called standing meditation, or Qigong. Have you ever heard that? Have you seen it? In the park, you see people standing there like this. Let's try this. Relax. Just feel the earth. Raise your hand like you're hugging a tree. Maybe one foot can you. And you're just going to hug that tree. Okay? And now you're just going to breathe and feel the energy that you've created in your hands. You know, just simply, you don't have to think too much. In fact, don't think. You can close your eyes. You just breathe in. Feel the energy that you're circling. Okay. Some of you who are advanced will feel tingling on your fingertips. That's your blood flowing through your veins. Without you even knowing it, you're continuously circulating not only your blood, but your chi energy through your body. And it's coming into your hands. This, later on, you can do it in the second class, if you're at the second class, will be our tango connection. In tango, we are actually creating a tree-hugging pose for the Kuma. We happen to be using a European style where the man or the leader is holding his hand up and the follower is clasping it, but it's just connecting a circle of energy. And when we dance, the advanced dancers will know this. Your hand encircles the woman and it's on her back. Your palm is facing your heart. You're connecting the same tree-hugging element. The woman, the follower, if man or woman, is putting her hand, connecting the men, connect that circle. You see some tango dance women lift their hands over their shoulder and put it on their back, but their palm is still facing their heart. You're moving your body so that your energy is always within that energy. So, all right, enough of that. I've taught a class where we stood standing meditation for a half hour, right? We taught this class and asked for money for that, but so let's try some exercises. We're completely relaxed. You know what Qigong is? Qigong is like standing Tai Chi. It's moving energy and breathing, but in a still position. And you see people doing Qigong in parks. CHI, Qi is that vital energy. Gong is just the expertise in moving that energy. So, Qigong is pretty balanced. Tango is not. You're always moving from one foot to another. But let's, for the time being, just put our feet apart, comfortably, shoulder width apart. And let's feel the earth beneath our feet. You could walk back on your heel, on your toes, but there's this middle point where it's the center of your gravity. It's usually right by your metatarsal, in the middle of your foot. That is an eye. That's one of the pressure points, chakras, in Chinese acupuncture medicine, right in the middle of your foot. All right, let's do this. Relax. And in this just relaxed position, let's breathe in with your lungs, through your nose. And let's breathe out. Let's do that. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. What I'm doing, and keep on going, is breathing in and out slowly. I imagine I'm gathering energy from the center of the earth, up my legs, into my chest as I fill my chest cavities with air. And then when I release slowly, it's going back down my body, down through my legs, down through the middle of the earth. That exercise is just trying to get a sense of moving energy. Yes, and it's not breath, it's not even circulation, it's just feeling energy into your body and out. So let's do this now. As we breathe in, let's feel our middle part getting energy and our shoulders lifting slightly, and for that reason our hands start coming up. And then let's relax our hands. So breathe in. Hands go up slightly, and then breathe out. It just drops. Your shoulders are completely relaxed. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now I feel tingling on my fingertips. I don't know if you do. But when I do this, just completely relaxed. Okay, now let's do this. Let's bring our hands up a little bit higher. Energy comes up your legs, through your torso, up through your arms, into your fingertips, and then down, out. Breathe in. Fill your chest cavity, your breath. You're completely level. Don't lock your knees. Keep yourself supple so you feel the ground. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, this is the first move of Tai Chi Chuan. It takes us a month to teach this move. So that to be relaxed and be able to lift your hand up and down. You realize that it's not your fingers that are doing the work. It's the energy from the ground that's moving through your body, through the center of your body, which we call the dantian, into the last thing is your hands. And then when you exhale, it goes down. Because I learned Tai Chi as a martial arts, and it is a martial arts, it's actually called Tai Chi Chuan. Chuan means fist. Tai Chi means grand ultimate. Tai Chi Chuan is defined as the grand ultimate fist. It's a fighting form. The Tai Chi people use that energy to block. This is a block. We don't lift our hands to try to block energy. We use our chi energy to go pump and to move that hand. This is a strike. Boom. It's a push down. A person comes down. And we use no energy for that. We're using vital force. Pump, pump. The best fighters I know were my classmates, and they're all in their 70s now. Arthur is one of the best fighters I know. I've never seen him beaten. He looks like a 74-year-old pharmacist from Kaiser, which he is, retired. He can't be touched. People start striking. He just, he exhales, and that vector just glances away. He knows how to relax completely. So when energy comes, like when a karate guy comes to strike you, he just he breathes out a quarter inch and then goes away. And what he would do, you strike me off the ground, hit me. So a karate guy hits me straight here. He goes, huh, there's nothing there anymore. It would take me 2 ounces to push it away. But instead of that, the Tai Chi guy does move number 10, play the guitar, play the people. And this is the move. There's no energy. But now I have him blocked. He can't move. You have to get him on the ground. So, but without any, see that? I mean, now, yin yang, the ultimate for Tai Chi Tango is that it's always hard followed by soft. So just as soon I have you lock position and you can't get out of it, try to get out. Yeah, it takes a lot of effort, right? All you have to do is relax. So you feel that? Start relaxing your arm. It's gone. You have to learn how to, now you relax. Now I'm the one who's stiff, so you just push me forward. I'm gone. That's why a Tai Chi fighter is hard to beat. Because he sees energy. He simply blocks it. You relax. He relaxes. You can't push me, I'm relaxed. Then you relax more. And I've seen two, like, this is a Tai Chi expert, goes up only Park for the last, what, decade, 18 years. They push hands all the time, they spar. And you know that secret. Relax. And I've seen two expert Tai Chi fighting. They get into the starting pose, they don't move. And they don't move. And they don't move. And then they say, thank you. They are so good at feeling when that person, wherever they tie it, whether it's here or they can feel it in their hip, they can feel it in their hands, and they know that it's gone once they're dressed. Because you can push them there. So you become relaxed. I mean, that's it. The two experts are so relaxed that they know that they can't be tired. All right, so this one I'm going to leave you, because I think I promised in one of my articles to teach the first step of tango. The first step in tango is called the salida. You introduce yourself to the partner. You stand, you embrace, and then the salida is called in Spanish means exit. And an exit the real world into the world. It starts usually with a side step. You know, the followers go to the right, the leaders go to the left, generally speaking. Well, Arthur Murray made tons of money teaching the basically in the 1950s. You know, the tango teachers came here, they were full of teachers. We're going to teach you how to tango in 8 steps. And it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they would teach that for a year and charge a lot of money. We don't do a 1 because that's a back step. Argentines don't dance. And a lot of dance who got into the side, so they do stuff for recitals. But our first step is to get us into a balance where we can start walking. Here. Here. All right, so we're in typical pose. Now, what do? We're going to move here. Okay, let's go. You're going to line of dance. And I just open the wrist, doesn't matter. Now, what do I do with the partner? To find how good they are, I use Tai Chi and Qigong. I breathe energy. For instance, I know she's weighing a little bit on her left foot. So I'm going to raise the energy off of her left foot across her chest and down down into her right foot. I know now her weight is on her right foot, and her left foot is free. I'm going to breathe energy in from the ground, up her right foot, across her chest, down to her left. You never see it. You know, we're dancing close to waist. I'm doing so subtly that you don't see it. But I know her weight is here. That her weight is here. Now, in order to make her move sideways, how do I do that? I don't push her to the side. I use Tai Chi energy in a counter move like yin yang. I know her weight is now on the left foot. I want her to move her right foot to a side step. I'm going to do that by moving further to the left, just the opposite direction. Actually, I'm going to make a little C with my hand. A little lift, a move to the thing. Further left, and then she has a side step. That's how she knows to move on the salida. And in Argentina, they don't call it leader and follower. They could say invitar y responder. I'm going to breathe that energy. I'm going to invite her to move. And she's going to move, but notice she hasn't picked up that yet. I still have her balance here. Then I follow her. The leader actually follows to get her back onto her axis. And now her left foot is free, and we can walk. Or we can move back. Or we just stand. So, for me, when I'm judging an expert dancer, like this one over here, I know that they are a good dancer if they can follow that. I'm using Tai Chi Chuan and they don't even know. I'm using yin yang. I'm moving in the opposite direction for every movement I want her to go. If I have her on her left and there's no weight, and you have to be in the axis here, so I'm going to pull back. I want her to step back this way. And then I'm just going to move there. And just your foot. There, that's it. See that? Then I follow her and get her into her step. That's, hey, Charlie.
I have a question when it's going to be. I don't want to about what you just said.
So that's it. This is only going to be, I was going to try to do it in 10 minutes, so I thought, okay, I'll give it a half hour. And we started 10 minutes later. So I've taught workshops that are 2 hours long on Tai Chi Tango. We never get very far, but you learn Tai Chi and you learn Tango. If you're interested in Tai Chi or mark it on your up there and say, I'm interested in continuing workshops in Tai Chi Tango. It may not be regular, but I'll do things like invite Tai Chi experts to come in, and you can see how they move. And I might bring a Tango expert or so to come in and see how they move, so you can compare the same. And then before I leave, just a couple more things, just a couple more. I play the bandoneon in the band. The bandoneon is a Tai Chi instrument.
Great.
There's a valve that opens up here. It opens up your lungs. % of our notes is that exhaling. So you see, some of our notes are exhale notes because it plays in 2 directions. And those are usually long legato. So, I'll show that another time. Mandatory is the instrument that we use, that we learn in Tai Chi. It's not a saber where you're trying to chop a person's head. It's the gentleman's. It's called the scholar's weapon. It's the straight sword. And why is it the scholar's weapon? Because it embodies, they even have a little yin-yang on this, it embodies Tai Chi Chuan. Because when we strike, when we play, it's all circular. And our idea, I'm not moving the tip, I'm moving energy from my foot. That's what's happening. Our goal is to simply cut the person's wrist. It's just making a little circular motion, slice the wrist so they can't play anymore. And we do that in the most subtle sense, because to move the tip to the left, you have to move your hand to the right. Vice versa. Move down, go up. If I want to make a small cut, I make a huge, but that tip stays in that same place. If I want to make a large cut, I make a little teeny move, boom, and it slices across. So it's a tool that uses yin yang as a weapon. That's part of my story of why I like Tai Chi. And so to end this, I don't know if you have any questions that get involved, but I'm going to teach you the final exercise that we do at the end of our Tai Chi class. And that's called, we casually call it stomach circles. But what we're going to do, the center of our energy is like 3 fingers below our belly button. This is the center of gravity of your body. And it's the center for energy that we use as a tango person. When we move, we don't move our chest, we move our energy. The center, we're moving our tang tian. Now, what we're going to do to close it is our famous stomach circle exercises, where the men will make counterclockwise around their dantian, and the women will make clockwise movements. Why? Because the men, well, I'll tell you, it's just the opposite. The men are going to go counterclockwise because you're going to bring the yin energy, which is on your right side, into the yang side of your body, because the men need yin energy. So we're going to move energy 30 times. You can start small, we go larger, and we're just moving energy. Moving the yin energy into the yang side of your body. I know this works, try it on my cats all the time. And, I do stomach circles on my cats. They love it, We do this 30 times. And at a certain point, you actually sense that the energy is swirling inside your body. Then when you're finished with that, you rest, and then you move in the opposite direction 20 times. Because you have to still be balanced, and even though you want to draw yin into your yang side, you have to counterbalance and put a little more yang to the yin to the opposite side. And then we stop and we relax, and that's it. That's how we always end our Qigong Tai Chi exercises. It's part of our thinking about moving energy. So now you know. I've been keeping it a secret because I've not taught this class for a decade. But it's real. It's real. And when I do privates or when I talk to my advanced tango friends, they go, bing, I get it. And you see them dancing. They already dance like Tai Chi people. Right? Our movements in Tai Chi are always like a tango. It's like axis, step, collect. Axis, step. And it's always circular. We make movements like wave, hands like a cloud. 50 fast, choo, choo, choo. But we fight like that. Or you could do it big. A guy who does Wing Chun is coming to short your energy. And you block every Wing Chun strike. That was a big percentage. So, thank you all.